Hi there! Do you see that? That was our logo, and that's changing. We are bringing you something fresh and something new. A little bit more tweaked, a little bit more aligned with the geometry and with the physics. Something a little bit more aligned with the modern world. Modern world being the place where people collaborate with each other across the globe, different time zones, different ages, people who got out of the pandemic refreshed in their minds and seeking more clarity, more transparency, more focus, but also having pretty strong control and ownership, being responsible and aspiring for getting more done in less time to actually have a time to live their own lives. What does that mean? That means we look at the needs of the modern population. And that's starting by the visual part and how can we reflect it in our brand. So we came up with a little bit refreshed rebrand of the website and of the overall UI of the web application. That is followed by the first most important thing which we never had and have now, and that is a user-first approach and team-first approach. Since 2017 we were Slack first, since 2019 we added Microsoft Teams first option, and since 2022 we are user first, meaning you can log in just with any of your providers like Google or Microsoft or Twitter or whatever, or just type in your email address and we will send you our magic link. This is a password-free solution. We will never keep your passwords in our store, and we will always make sure that you have a simple way to get in. That is true also about you inviting additional users. From now on, you can invite people to your taskboards and to your team from just anywhere, and all they have to do is just simply click on the link and join your workforce. Additional features include a specific user dashboard, which allows you to quickly see all the highlights of your tasks, taskboards, workflows, and notifications. Last but not least, we also have a brand new team dashboard, which allows you to see who from your team is actually working on right now and set the user permissions on various levels. So, without further ado, I would like to give you a little bit of deep dive on how does that look like all on the screen. Let's have a look together. Workstreams.ai. I came here just for a simple reason. I would like to show you how to get started completely fresh if you have no user account, and how does it look like for the brand new users, how to invite additional users, how to manage user permissions, and how to get quickly to collaborate on the same topics. So without further ado, let's just hit the button Get Started. Get Started brings us to a sign up page on our application. You can provide your name, being, for example, John Doe or anything else, and you might have an email, which you probably have, which you can utilize this way, or you can click sign up with Google, sign up with Slack, sign up with Microsoft. All of that will do the same. It will find as much information about you as a name and potentially avatar, and creates an account for you for free. So let's see. By providing an email, I need to navigate to my mailbox to check for the email link. There it is. Complete your Workstreams.ai sign up. Click the button below and let's get started. I will do just that. That brings me back to Workstreams.ai, and that brings us to the first screen where we try to identify what actually might be your needs and why you came to Workstreams.ai. I personally always have a need of more transparency and focus, and I definitely work in project management area. By making these choices, we land you into our brand new knowledge center. This knowledge center is all based on your needs. Therefore, if you select transparency and focus and you work in the project management, we select specific features which are more likely to be in your area of expertise than if you selected something different in your answer. So for example, if you chose control and taking ownership over resources and you work in customer care, the choice of our suggestions will be different. If you would like to explore, for example, workflows, just click on explore and that will bring you to a further tour. You can do it on your own. I'm not going to dive into this detail any further. Based on your choice of the category of your segment, you also get recommendations of our workflows. So for the customer care, there is a feedback loop and customer support. Lower in the section down here, you can also find the list of all our feature announcements going backwards in the time to get even more information about how you can actually utilize Workstreams AI. When you feel that you have gained enough information, you can quickly navigate to your dashboard. Your dashboard is aggregation of your task, which I have none as I just created a new team and I just sign up, and your top taskboards, top workflows, and a mix of notifications and personal stats. This area will grow further and will be bringing even more data into your view. What I would like to show is one of the new features we added, and that's an option to edit your profile. So I'm not a John Doe yet. I'm definitely Roman Roslovsky in the test mode here. And I have a title, which I took this quote from Nikola Tesla, as I believe that there is a lot about the frequencies. And you can add skills. The skills are right now very, very brand new thing for us, and we would like to bring a match of skills and a need for skills on the task level. So, for example, when you are strong in marketing, and if you are strong in, for example, project management, then adding these skills might make sense. From the area of my profile, you can also manage your avatar. So for example, I will add this little avatar and upload it. It's very important to mention that your user profile, therefore your name, title, and your skills are shared across all teams which you might join or you are already part of. So you don't need to manage it on multiple places. It's always there and it understands that it's you and it's matched based on your email address. So whatever workspaces you joined in the past, if you log in with the same email address, you'll be automatically logged in to all of them by one click. That was a knowledge center, my dashboard. Now let's have a look at the Teams dashboard. The Teams dashboard is very similar to my own place, where I'm able to change the name of a team, and I'm also able to change our team avatar. So for example, I can go for this one and make this our default team avatar. At this stage, it's just me on my team, and there are actually no taskboards except my personal tasks. So we still stick to the same proposition we had. We always provide you a safe haven where you can create your own personal task, and that is visible only to you. Nobody else has access to it, and you are not able to actually add additional people to this specific taskboard. However, we can create a new taskboard. So let's create a new taskboard together. I opened this window by clicking on the Create New Taskboard button. I'm gonna call it R BAU topics. BAU stands for business as usual, to manage our daily work as it comes and goes. Right, that was as easy as that. Now, as I don't have really any team members yet, I can easily invite people but via email. So for example, I will invite myself, which is Roman with Workstreams.ai, and I'm able to actually give myself a name, and this is a new thing, I'm able to choose permission level on a given taskboard. So we have a choice between owner, contributor, commenter, and viewer. Starting from the lower level, viewer can see all the work, all the content, but is not able to take any action, not even comment. Commenter though can comment. Contributor can make all changes to tasks and can do also certain changes to the taskboard on the taskboard level. And owner is allowed to manage users and do full taskboard configuration. So I want Roman to actually be owner of this taskboard. So I quickly send him an invite. And then I could invite even more people, but I don't want to be doing that right now. After I invited Roman, I can create a first task, which can be present our latest changes on Working Wisely, October 22. This task is immediately available for assignment to Roman. As you can see, Roman already had an account and therefore he had his avatar. And as I mentioned earlier, that user profile is now kicking in. So this is now assigned to Roman. Now let me quickly check my email and I should be able to get in as Roman. So I have a link coming in from a different place and I'm going to open incognito window and just paste this link in. So now I'm simulating a second user who joined my workspace. And as you can see, the invitation has been to this taskboard, our BAU topics, and I'm immediately landing in this place and I'm able to manage members because I'm an owner on the given taskboard. So this was that simple to add people to your taskboard. You basically just paste email address, choose permission level, and the user only needs to click on the link to get into your taskboards. However, that user also joined your workspace, and as it's joining your workspace, it's on the guest level. As you can see, the application has logged me into all my existing teams. So again, what I mentioned earlier, one user email address brings all your teams into the view. So now if I would like to actually change to my other personal team, which is my Roman Rosnowski team, I'm in a completely different team but with the same user profile. However, let me jump back to Workstreams.ai test team. As you can see, I cannot see the list of users here. Now for that, I will switch back as Workstreams.ai gmail.com user, that's John Doe. And here on the team level, I would like to change the permission level of Roman Rosnowski. Here we have quite a bigger overview of what user permissions we have on team level. Earlier I showed what user permissions we have on a taskboard level, and these are taskboard specific. And then on the team level, workspace level, we have a little bit different set of rules. Admin is the highest role, which can basically do anything and can also override owners of different taskboards, has access basically everywhere. Then we have a role of asset manager, and this one can manage labels, custom fields and task templates as basically as extension of the member role. The classic member role, which is the default standard access level, means you can do anything on the workflows and taskboards and goals, but you cannot manage users and you cannot create assets. And then the lower version of the member is a guest, which is a default role when you invite somebody just to a taskboard. And that's exactly what we did. We invited Roman Rosnowski to a specific taskboard. Therefore, he gained a guest access on the team level. Now I'm going to change that access to be a member. So by doing so, Roman just became a member, and in my second tab, I immediately gain access to the team members overview. From here, I can see the levels of the members, yet I cannot change them as I'm not an admin, and I cannot see the full email addresses of all members on a given workspace. That is available only to admins. What I can do though, I can follow on a given user profile and see the full overview of what are Roman Rosnowski's tasks. I can see his tasks, I can see his task boards, and I can see the workflows. And I can also see the full profile. Right, going back to the team overview, I can also invite team members from here directly. So, for example, I could invite feedback at Workstreams.ai to be our next user. Feedback, and because I'm only a member on this workspace, I cannot invite to higher permission level than a guest. So I stick to that and I send an invite. And as you can see, that user has been immediately created and is available for assignments and everything. So if I go back to a list of workflows, the user is not available here though. So I can see the user on the level of a feedback. Sorry, on the level of assignment is available. It's not member of this taskboard yet. So by assigning the user, he is currently member immediately. Again, the focus of our change was to bring in very straightforward user management, which allows people to combine their resources into working groups based on the topics/projects, you name it, whatever fits your requirements. Now, if I go back to my home, I might have some notifications. So when we started, this space was rather empty, and now we are slowly starting seeing things coming in. Task chat is maybe worth mentioning, as people which are members of the channel can be easily tagged, and it works exactly the same as we had it on the Slack or Teams. So if I, for example, want to mention John Doe, this is a great start. And then I switch to John's profile. So now I'm here under John. I should be able to follow on the chat, and you can see that John is mentioned here. So everything is working seamlessly. If you are existing user of Workstreams and you are coming from Slack or Teams, you will notice exactly the same user experience as you had on Slack and Microsoft Teams based context provider. However, now it's possible to connect with all your freelancers and external partners directly without the need to invite them to your Slack or Microsoft Teams. So that would be, I would say, probably enough for the start of our journey. It's quite extensive. So please remember, the user permissions have two different levels. One is on the team level, where you can manage who is member, who is admin, who is guest. The guests have a way more limited permissions than the members. And then on the workflows levels / taskboards level, you can also manage members, and here you can choose from different set of roles. From owner, who has full discretion to edit and delete any content, all the way down to viewer, who cannot do much. He can only see the content. We will be bringing probably more roles here as the time progresses, as we already heard from our user base that there will be great additions to this basic set. So please, if you have any ideas of how could this be even more flexible to your needs, do let us know. We are always keen to hear your feedback. Right, just to wrap it up, I would like to say a big thank you to the whole team, to everybody who worked on this project with us, as it was quite an undertaking, and it started with the brand identity, which then influenced the website and finally influenced the experience in the web application itself. We would love to hear from you if the application is easier to use than it used to be, because we also rehold completely the UI. If I should compare what it used to be before, I will switch quickly to the old UI, which some of you might actually see these days. So we basically went from this. Here we have the old UI, and as you can see, it's miles away from what we are doing right now. There is also no way to manage members. All these features which we are talking about recently are not available in the old UI. So if you do not have access to the old UI yet, you can gain to the new UI yet, you can gain access by managing your features and clicking refreshed UI on. You can also enable, if you are a beta member, you can also enable the user management on any existing Slack or Teams installation before it's fully available by end of this month. So, that being said, I'm switching back to our latest theme, just that we see what the difference it is, and I'm looking forward to see you later. All right, thanks for your time. I hope that you enjoyed this session of Working Wisely, and that you will find the latest features we added useful to you and to your team. In case you experience any hurdles, please do let us know. We are always open to your feedback, because we want to make the service better for you and for anybody else out there. Now, How are these changes coming to be alive? It's very simple. All our new users have direct access to all latest features immediately. Our existing Slack and Microsoft Teams user base will be witnessing the change within the next week, so roughly starting around October 14th and rolling out until the end of the month. So, again, I would like to say a big thank you and thanks for watching. Looking forward to see you next month. Bye!